Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
And I want to thank everyone here for standing up and saying, we're mad as hell and not going to take it anymore.
You guys have a reputation for being gracious.
Yeah, but do you know me? These unions have reputations. Some of these speakers have reputations. I'm going to talk to them and ask them some fair questions. These people, they vilify you before they've even met you. They don't know us. I have a list of set questions that are very reasonable, and unlike the other media outlets here that were here for all of 15 minutes, got their soundbite and left, we're here willing to talk to people and have those conversations.
You better be careful. There's a COVID right behind you. There's a COVID right behind you.
Adam Soos for Rebel News, and I am actually recording this intro after the event has passed because things got pretty heated right away when we got here. They're insisting it isn't, but people have been calling it a pro-lockdown protest or a pro-restriction protest. For most Albertans, after a year and a half of pastors being arrested, businesses being closed, and heavy restrictions, on July 1st, when the restrictions began to be laxed significantly, Albertans breathed a sigh of relief, but many were doubtful that it would last. Well, Dina Hinshaw has since categorized COVID-19 as an endemic, very much like the flu, something that we have to live with but does not have to rule our life, as it has for the past year and a half. Albertans were thrilled. Things, it seemed, were finally getting back to normal, but not everyone. Albertans, in relatively small numbers, but larger numbers than you think, are gathering for 16 days in a row to protest things opening up, to insist on continued masking and a number of other measures. Clearly, on the lockdown or restriction side of the spectrum, there is a scale. Some folks are a little more reasonable. Some folks want everyone shut down and masked everywhere. But largely they insist that they're very reasonable and this isn't problematic. Well, their conduct today in this interview is problematic. We're going to jump into the video right now, then we'll wrap up afterwards. Is like over 30% vacant downtown. We've seen hundreds of businesses shut down.
That's downtown. That's how it was before.
No, this is categorically. We've seen businesses. You can talk to small business owners who are out of business because of this. You can't deny that.
Well, I'm sure some are. I'm sure some are.
We've talked to them. We've been in their businesses as they sadly shuttered down their doors.
I'm sure some are. However, I wouldn't trade anyone getting sick or dying for anyone's business.
But where's the balance? Where's the threshold?
The balance is when everyone is safe, everyone is safe.
Well, sorry, what's that? That's not very gracious. We're trying to have we're finally having a reasonable conversation with us. Everyone has been swearing at us, and you say.
Why? Why do you think people hate you?
Because you're a hateful bunch, frankly.
I don't think we're hateful. I think we're actually here.
I'm happy. I was hoping to talk to the MC and organizer and ask some reasonable questions.
Because of the exact opposite of that, because we're non-hateful.
Your reputation.
Do you know who I am? Do you know my reputation?
If you show up without that shirt on, as
that's who I work for.
Whose health? Whose province? Whose children?
How's it going?
Rebel? You're not even really reporters, right?
By what metric?
What's your name?
Adam.
Adam what?
Adam Soos.
Never heard of you.
Okay. Is that supposed to be insulting, or? Yeah. Is that supposed to be insulting? You're just kind of scoffing and saying you've never heard of me.
I haven't heard of you.
Okay. That's fine. Do you know the names of all the other reporters who are here?
I've heard of Rebel. It's a pretty disappointing company.
You're not a reporter. Like you've been a press.
By what metric?
You're full of shit, and you don't have a background. Racist garbage is what
I'm racist.
Your organization is, and if you think that
How so? Quantify that. Quantify it.
No.
The people of color who work for us, the people of different religious backgrounds, what qualifies us as racist?
Ezra Levant is a frickin' moron.
Sorry, what's that?
Ezra Levant is a moron.
How so? Because he doesn't march hook and sink with everyone else in the media. He provides a slightly different opinion.
Yeah.
He asks questions other people won't ask.
He has an opinion based on lies and fabrications, and he's just garbage. You're garbage.
Is this how you treat people in your everyday life? I've not met you before. You've called me racist and swear to me. Told me you don't know me. I'm coming here. I'm covering this. All the other media is cleared out. I'm still here having conversations. That's not very gracious.
Okay. You guys have a reputation for being great.
Yeah, but do you know me? These unions have reputations. Some of these speakers have reputations. I'm going to talk to them and ask them some fair questions. Like, if you think I'm the bad guy after she's giving the middle finger to our cameraman and you're swearing at us.
When did I swear at you?
What's that? Well, she certainly did, certainly.
No, you said I was.
Oh, sorry about that. I thought you might have been swearing at them.
You should be wearing a mask. I am 6 feet.
Can we help you, sir?
You're with Rebel News?
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
You're wearing a mask.
I've got a medical exemption, actually, but it's also not a legal requirement anymore.
Yeah, but it's respectful, you know? But I know Rebel News has trouble with that.
I mean, I have a medical exemption. Is that respectful? Do you want to see it? From a medical doctor in my pocket.
Of course you do. Why do you have to even be here? Why do you have to be here? You see everybody else has masks. Why don't you go somewhere where you're welcome?
Well, the police don't.
Here.
The police don't. The guards
You're not welcome
don't.
Here.
It's a public park.
I know, but you see, we're gathering. I know, he's an idiot. Let's go.
We're here covering a story, and you guys have been nothing but rude. How? I'm asking people questions. Do you want to ask
You're trying to provoke shit. That's what you're doing.
What have I done?
They want content.
I know.
But what have I done? See, our cameraman was assaulted already.
He was not assaulted. I was there.
You better be careful. There's a COVID right behind you. There's a COVID right behind you. Run for your life, man. My God, you're terrified.
So I have two papers to ask everybody this evening.
Why are you taking pictures of me? Why are you taking pictures of me? Hey, why are you taking pictures of me?
Hey guys, K2 here. I was the one who was assaulted, and I know what you're thinking. It's just some crazy old lady, but that's not the point. It could have been anybody. There was also Antifa there who could have done anything at any time, so we needed security, and it was actually the security guard who removed the crazy old lady's hand off of my camera. So I need your help. We need to be able to get security each and every time we go out to these NDP or left events where extremists could be anywhere. So please go to journalistdefensefund.com. Help us be safe while we bring you the other side of the story.
Unbelievable. I don't want conflict. Look, honestly, sir, you seem more level-headed. I can show you the questions I plan to ask people. I wanted to have a reasonable conversation. Unreal. These people, they vilify you before they've even met you. They don't know us. I have a list of set questions that are very reasonable, and unlike the other media outlets here that were here for all of 15 minutes, got their soundbite and left, we're here willing to talk to people and have those conversations. Two people now have grabbed at K2's camera. People have sworn at us, told us they have no idea who we are. We're not real journalists. This is ridiculous. This is not how you treat people. You could be a counter-protester at any of the other anti-lockdown protests. You would never be treated like this. It's ridiculous.
Albertans are angry. They're not angry the way it was communicated. They're angry that these policies exist in the first place, right? Am I crazy? The consequence of these policies are twofold. First of all, we're going to have unmitigated exponential spread amongst our unvaccinated, which includes those 670,000 children and includes those that are unvaccinated by choice, a choice that we as society gave them.
And when you see a government that is willing to put politics and winning elections and improving their public polling with a right-wing base that is out of step with public health, it's wrong and should be noted. And I want to thank everyone here for standing up and saying, we're mad as hell and not going to take it anymore.
Hoping to give some of the organizers, we saw Kent here, Dr. Vipon, an opportunity to answer some of the questions people are asking, and they absolutely peeled out of here, seemingly dodging real questions. They're happy to get broadcast by the mainstream media outlets, but they're not even interested in having a conversation or answering real questions from real people. But no, seriously, everyone cleared out.
Why
a few people have
because
sworn.
Everyone's not safe. Everyone's not safe.
Well, it's
a large portion of our population is not safe, and they deserve to be. End of story. That's why we're here.
And a large percent. We've seen opioid crisis, depression, homelessness.
Great, and let's tackle that as well.
Is going to change that.
But they are skyrocketing.
Nothing we're asking for is going to change that.
Well, the lockdown measures that we've seen over the, and you're saying it's a, and if I could,
lockdown measures aren't causing those to skyrocket. Closing the clinics are causing them to skyrocket.
No, lockdown measures are.
Where's your
kids being home from school? Yeah, we've seen clinical psychiatrists saying that 9 out of 10 of the kids they've seen skyrocketing depression.
We don't want kids to stay home from school.
Yeah.
We don't want kids.
Well, and if any organizational capacity would have had a reasonable conversation with me and said, no, that's not what we're asking for, that's this, and I would have pushed back and asked some fair questions.
Right now, but you're giving me all these counters that are saying, well, what about this? What about this? We're not here about that. Those are legitimate issues. Yes.
So then here's your opportunity. What are you guys here for?
Not everyone is safe. We want everyone to be safe.
And in the real world, is that a possibility? Absolutely, everyone is safe and there's no risk whatsoever.
Yes. We can work towards that, yes.
Well, but it's categorically not possible.
Okay, so why? But you don't want to try. You want to just say give up and then get rid of testing.
And she was exhausted. She was constantly exposed to people with COVID. She had to wear the hazmat suit.
So there you saw it, folks. There were a number of counter-protesters, but a relatively small crowd. But the real drama came from the attendees themselves. They insist they're the tolerant and loving crowd, but they actually went after our cameraman, and we have it on footage, as you saw. 2 people, one went after Keane himself, one after his camera. Other people were swearing at us, saying we're not journalists, just being categorically rude, and frankly, their conduct was unbecoming and certainly not representative of a group of people who insist they just want to save lives. We stayed around here long after the other media outlets left. We wanted to speak to the organizers. We wanted to give them an opportunity to express their opinions. They dashed as soon as we approached. No one was willing to speak to us. I'm telling you, we're going to continue to do the real journalism and ask the tough questions and cover these events, whether they like us or not, because that's what real journalists do. I want to thank you all for tuning in. For Rebel News, I'm Adam Soos.
Hey guys, K2 here. I was the one who was assaulted, and I know what you're thinking. It's just some crazy old lady. But that's not the point. It could have been anybody. There was also Antifa there who could have done anything at any time. So we needed security, and it was actually the security guard who removed the crazy old lady's hand off of my camera. So I need your help. We need to be able to get security each and every time we go out to these NDP or left events where extremists could be anywhere. So please go to journalistdefensefund.com. Help us be safe while we bring you the other side of the story.